Well, today I'm here with Michelle Rabin, part of our Thrive ministry team. And we're just coming off a very busy week of kids camp and summer activities. And it seems like um, we have a tough time finding a place and a time to actually rest and refresh ourselves. And Michelle, I was just wanting to ask you that in this busy season with your children and with everything you've got going on with your book and the writings, how do you find time to actually rest and be refreshed the way God would want us to be as women and mothers?
I think for us, we have to be reminded that it's intentional. We have to make sure that we are intentionally choosing rest for our families and for ourselves, that we're making it a priority, that it's important. For us as a family, we really try and keep Saturdays as calm and quiet as possible, which I know is difficult with children. There's birthday parties and all of the things that are going on. But for us, Saturdays are really important, that we start slow, that we have time of quiet, that we have time that's just us as a family together, because we have a lot going on in our own house. Jeremy works 2 jobs. I have a lot going on. So we just make sure that that time is really sacred and special and important for us, that we really work towards that as a goal, just making sure that what we're choosing on Saturdays really is of the utmost importance, and learning to say no. When we make rest a priority, we make it intentional, then we can say no to things, not because we don't want to do them, but because we know that resting and really taking time to recharge is important, and being in the Word and having extra time in the Word is important as well, because if you're getting up early in the morning, your time may be limited, or maybe you don't have enough time in the morning to be in God's Word, but you do have a Saturday, you do have a rest day, even on Sundays. Some families choose to do that on Sundays, but you have that time where you can really focus in on your family, you can focus in on being in the Word and really taking that Sabbath rest, and resting in God.
And can you maybe share a little about when you're saying intentional with your family? One thing that I was thinking about this morning as I was preparing for this shoot was, as women, sometimes we get distracted by our phone, by our computers. What can you say to our friends out there about maybe putting the phone down, maybe taking a walk, having some peace and that stillness, so that you can actually talk to the Lord, have communication with Him? What do you think about that?
I work from home. Everything I do is from home or on my phone. So work is always with me. It never leaves my side. And we have to be intentional in choosing to say, I'm not going to get on social media today, or I am not going to constantly check my phone. I'm going to sit it to the side somewhere and focus on doing something else instead. Maybe turning the computer off, or choosing to have technology-free days where you're not using TV or things like that. And sometimes that sounds really hard and kind of scary and frightening to think, I don't have anything to entertain my kids with. But it's choosing to say, hey, I want to invest some time in my kids. I want to invest some time in my marriage and my husband, and say, okay, we're going to turn these things off. We're going to have real conversations. We're going to look each other in the eye and make those choices to really be plugged into your people, rather than plugged into what's happening around you with work or with other things that are going on in the world.
Right. So in essence, if we follow God's model in Genesis 1, where He worked, He had a season of work, and then He rested.
Yeah.
We follow His model, as with everything else in the Bible, it will prove true, it will be a blessing, and He will honor you when you honor Him and obey His word.